We are back, hungover from tacos and tequila, but nonetheless bringing you the show. I am your host, Charlie, with my best girlfriend, Melanie,
Hello.
fresh off Cinco de Mayo.
Speak for
Um,
yourself. I didn't drink yesterday and I did not have any tacos. So
I mean, I've seen a lot of people posting that this Cinco de Mayo felt weird or different for them. I don't know what Cinco de Mayo's look or feel like to begin with, but nonetheless, I
yeah.
did definitely enjoy a margarita or two.
I had a margarita on Sunday. I had a
Um,
margarita on Sunday. And
how was your weekend?
my weekend was good. What did I do Friday? It's crazy how I be forgetting what I
You
do.
went to a comedy? Didn't you go to a comedy show on Friday? No, that was the week before.
That was the
Yep.
week before. Donald Rawlings, he was hilarious. I recommend everyone go see him. But no, this Sunday had a nice little cute date night. But um, it's so crazy to me how the weather was so nice the last 2 days, and then
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden it's like I went outside. The humidity was choking me. I was suffocating, and it was so hot and muggy. Like I hate mugginess.
That must be over there. It really goes to show, because obviously we both live in New York. It really goes to show that it really depends on
The area.
where you at. Because yesterday, when was it? Today, like you're telling me, I'm listening to your message about how muggy it was, and I was walking my dog, and over here in Brooklyn, where I'm at, it's like it does not feel like that at all,
That is
at
crazy
all.
because it's really muggy over here, and it was like it was raining, and then it stopped, and it started drizzling, so that made it even worse.
But today we have a jam packed show. We have so much to get into, different things to talk about, dissect, and lately people have been reaching out to me. I did not know.
But
Maybe
what?
we're onto something here, but people surprisingly, I'm telling you, people be watching. Don't be fooled by the numbers that we got. People be watching what we got. Okay, okay. People are loving are not nope, not today's girl.
They're loving yours or mine because
People are loving our nope, not today's in general. People are using nope, not today, or DMing me with the nope, not today, or like talking about something and just say nope, not today. So I'm loving seeing that. It's funny. I love it. I love it. So thank you guys for people that watch, support, even if it's at the nope, not today's. We definitely have our nope, not today. Listen, a few weeks ago, I think I could clock Melanie clocking me about my nope, not today's being too safe and too positive. Well, honey, the last few weeks, and I got them coming for you. You said they were too soft, so I'm prepared for the next few weeks.
I don't think it was that you were too soft. I think it was like it was the concept of nope, not today is something that you're not really you don't have time for. Like you're not
No, no,
interested
I
in it. You
know.
don't want it. But you were talking about things that like you were interested. I was like, bitch, what are you talking about? Now you are negative Nelly, bitch.
Not negative. Is nope. We
No,
ain't got time for it.
the FABs,
That's
fake
not
ass
negative. That's nope. We don't. The FABs, the Trump thing, and today we'll see what I got worked up. But yesterday, we did a
bitches.
special. The Inner Circle presents "Keep It or Shred It," the Megala edition. You seen it? We obviously we spoke about it. We're not gonna spend too much time on it. I just want your speed round thoughts of overall nights. One thing that I do want to get in real quick before I let you have the floor on your speed round um, looks for the night. A few things. Beyonce, who was the co-chair, I know I didn't talk about her look yesterday. I want to go into it real quick today. For me, it was redundant. A lot of people love to say Beyonce, mother, this, that, the best. She killed that, or she shut the. Listen, this looks like something she has done before, and someone I didn't get the screen grab, but she performed before. Someone else already pointed it out and proved that this looks very much. She worked. The designer she worked. I forgot the name of the designer.
Mm.
Um, she's worked with her for years. So I'm not surprised he pulled a similar look, in my opinion,
Yeah.
of something she's done. But Beyonce's a beautiful woman. She is, but to me, I forgot to mention it yesterday. It was a shut it for me because it looks very similar to something she's done before. Um, but something else before you I let you take the floor as well that was funny and fun. I'm trying to pull it up here. Um, we got into oh no, okay, we got into the Met Gala fun. Let's see if I can pull it up really quick for you guys. And we had some looks of our own. Melanie, um, how would you describe this look, Melanie? If you were on the red carpet,
First of all, I don't even know how you like managed to pull this off, because I have no parts in this. Um, if I was in the red carpet, I think I would wear something like this, but the color is beautiful. It brings out my highlights. I don't even know what kind. It's the draping of it and like the whole like skirt. It's cute. It's a vibe. I feel like I'm looking at someone else. That is not me. That is not me, bitch.
and then there was
I say keep it.
that was my look. Yeah, it was a keeper for sure. My look, what I loved about my look is that it's very much me. This is something that I definitely would wear with the hat. I love brown. Brown's one of my favorite colors to wear. I love the draping because
Mhm.
it's dramatic, but it's still masculine and not over the top, crazy flying bird. Hi, Sam Smith. So I love my look too, and
Yeah.
it's a keep it for me. A lot of people actually voted for both of us, and it would have been a keep it. I got a negative vote, but it's because a person that was hating on AI. And I will say this: listen, everyone could have their opinion on the AI stuff, right? But I've said this here before, and I'll say it again: I can't stand a motherfucking hypocrite. So with that being said, I better never ever see this particular person or anyone who's like so much about AI use an AI photo.
Mhm.
Okay, that's all I gotta say. But for the most part, y'all voted
Did I
keep it,
get
so thank you.
any? Did I get any negative?
No, you got 100% keep it.
Yeah, because bitches
I
better
would have too. It was
recognize.
just this one particular person who was overseeing, I guess, and it's true. I seen it on my timeline. A lot of people were posting Met Gala looks, AI photos. I get it. It could get like annoying seeing that, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I
I feel
get
like
it.
what is that? That is a refrain that people say. Like if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That part, and my thing too is like,
Mind you,
I,
I replied back to you and I said, laughing my ass off for using AI for this shit. But I said it was fierce. I like it. There's a difference. If someone is upset over multiple people using AI and they're tired of seeing AI pictures, there's a difference between being upset about that and actually
mhm.
being upset over the environmental issues that
That,
come along with AI.
yes, very much. I agree. And it wasn't that latter of the matter. It was more like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. A lot of gays are posting Met Gala looking, and you just mad. You just don't. You just mad today. You just want to be a hating ass bitch. And listen, by to each their own. But it's like, again, you know me, Molly. I hate hypocrisy, and if I'm sitting here, I could recall. I don't care that much to really think about it that much and waste my brain cells. But I feel like I've seen this person use AI in a form of like
I need to know
different
who it is.
challenges, like when something's popular and everyone wants to use an
Yeah,
AI for something in the moment. It's like if you've done that once upon a time. Sit down, child. Sit down. That could have been a nope, not today, but I'm saving another.
wait. I mean, you don't need to say who it is. You can leave it for the after show. But
I don't think you know the person, but someone cool. I don't dislike this person. Someone cool, but at the same time, I could be cool with you and still not agree with something and
yes,
call
like
someone.
people, there it's crazy how people are quick to like voice negativity rather than like congratulate or not say anything at all. I see so many threads. I see so many like posts, stories that I'm just like, y'all didn't need to do that. Oh wow. And I like keep it pushing. Ni ha. There's no point. Anyway, back to my 2 cents about the Met Gala, and I'll make this hella short.
Yes.
I like the Met Gala only because it brings a lot of revenue to my job. I will say that this year I felt like was kind of not as popping as like previous years. They hit the theme was what art pop or like
Costume art.
costume art, and I feel like a lot of people took it literal and literally missed the mark. My favorite person that was dressed, I really like Sabrina Carpenter because she did like a good job. She had film of the film Sabrina, which
Hmm.
was a double entendre. Beyonce, I could see what you mean because it does look like something that she already wore. It looked like the homecoming poster that she had on Netflix.
Thank
But
you.
my thing is, I didn't like how she looked. It wasn't shapely, like it didn't give her shape, and she looked kind of like she was drowning in it, and it made her look bigger.
The midriff wasn't, it wasn't altered right. Someone else called that out. That's crazy you mentioned that.
Yeah, Rihanna looked beautiful per usual. I don't know. Andre Leon Talley passing away and not being part of the Met Gala or being part of fashion in general just makes me not really care for fashion like that. It at one point when I was watching the show and I was watching the men, I was like, damn, I miss like fashion. I miss like when people used to dress up, fashion night out and all that shit. But like, I don't know. The Met Gala was not it. That shit was type whack.
I remember Fashion Night Out when I first moved to New York, and I
Yeah,
used to work
me
at
too.
Bloomingdale's. It was such a big deal.
I worked on
Um,
Fifth Avenue, the Forever 21 Fifth Avenue there.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I remember Fashion Night Out was such a big deal. But yeah, that was the Met Gala this year. We'll see what happens next year. And if you haven't checked it out, please check out the Inner Circle presents Keep It or Shred It exclusively airing on YouTube because we want the visuals. We're criticizing the visuals. We talk about the visuals. I'm a visual person, and I'm sure you guys will appreciate the visuals as we're talking through. So exclusively only on YouTube. Please go check it out. Um, did you see the Kylie Minogue trailer? I did not know she was having a Netflix documentary coming out, but the trailer dropped yesterday. Were you able to watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. The only trailer that I've seen that just came out that I'm really, really excited for is the Anthony Bourdain movie that's coming out this summer
Oh, I
called.
got you that book for either a birthday or Christmas or something.
Yeah, I read it in one day.
Yeah. No, yeah, the trailer dropped yesterday. It's pretty interesting. Listen, and it's just a trailer, and it drops May 20th, and I'll definitely be watching. I did not know some of the things I seen in the quick trailer, or maybe I forgot. But I did not know she went battled cancer.
Yeah, breast
Um,
cancer.
yeah, most likely I forgot that, but I
At
seen that
30
part, and I was
something,
like, oh
36
wow.
something.
Um, it was interesting. So I'll definitely be watching it. That drops May 20th on Netflix. Kylie, and no, we're not talking about Kylie Jenner. We're talking about the OG, the origin, the reason why Kylie Jenner can't trademark Kylie Minogue. So make sure to check that out on Netflix, May 20th. But now listen, I am so glad I did not get us tickets for this. And when I say this, y'all, like I was literally thinking, because my girl, she gets us tickets here and there, for events and stuff. So I was gonna get us Pussycat Dolls tickets for their Madison Square Garden show on July 20th. But something in my spirit, and lately there's something in my spirit, and my spirit doesn't lead me wrong. Mm-mm-mm. The
I
Pussycat Dolls
didn't.
Monday announced. When was it? Monday announced
Mhm.
that they are canceling their U.S. tour, the North America tour dates. They're keeping their Europe dates, which are 2 months. That actually starts in September, but they
Yeah.
canceled their North America tour.
So
Listen, this is
all the shows.
all the North American shows, not the Europe leg, just the US leg. The only date that's staying intact is their WeHo Festival Pride show, which is early June in California. That's the only US show they'll be doing. I thought they were too ambitious. This is what I was telling you when the news broke. I thought they were too ambitious with some of the places they were playing in the States. Like, you ladies have been gone. Yes, it's a reunion tour. I think they were going off the fact that a lot of acts from the past have come out and toured lately, like the Brandies and Monicas, etc. But what they got to remember is these are some icons. These are some legends that were cemented. The Pussycat Dolls, I love the Pussycat Dolls, and they had their novelty hits. They were like what I like a novelty act. I love them as a girl group. I will always love their music, but at the same time, I'm sorry, they never were a Spice Girls level where you could for 10 years, 20 years, they could go back on tour and it's like everyone's running to them. So I'm not surprised. I thought they should have done little amphitheaters, little
Where
centers.
where was the concert gonna be?
We would have been the show in New York, Madison Square Garden. Now, when the hell? Another thing to add: the Pussycat Dolls never, and I've seen them. I go on, if you watch this podcast, I've said it many a times. Pussycat Dolls, along with Bad Bunny, Britney Spears, is one of the acts I've seen the most in concert. Now, that being said, I've seen them the most in concerts as an opening act for many other headliners. So the Pussycat Dolls never, ever, ever headlined a U.S. North American tour in their career. So why did they think they could start now? I don't know. And why did they think they could start now with only half the group? I don't know. What's your thoughts, girly?
Well, I remember that I said when they were coming out to do the tour that I was not interested because, as even though they do have a few good bops or whatever, I personally don't feel like seeing half of the group in concert. Like there were six members, and now only three want to be touring. That makes no sense.
It was
Madison Square
seven
Garden,
originally.
I could understand if they said Webster Hall, if they said Terminal 5, if they said the Paramount Theater in Brooklyn or some shit. But Madison Square Garden, bitch, not even the theater in Madison Square Garden will be filled. And that is the smallest little room that they have. That is crazy, but such is life. Didn't they, when they first started, right? Didn't they have like in Hollywood, there was like some like specific venue that they would perform?
Yeah, yeah. When they first before they became big and they were more of like created by
What
Robin
is the
Anton. I believe it
name?
was in California somewhere. Yeah, I thought it was Vegas. No, didn't they also
No,
like
it
move?
was California, and it was like they would perform the song "Fever," and they would
Wait,
have
damn,
like,
what's that club called? The Viper Room.
was it
Wasn't
the
it in the
Viper
Viper
Room?
Room?
No, I'm about to look it up. Because
I believe it was the Viper Room.
no, it was, and
It
they
was.
had like Christina Aguilera, and
Yeah,
she was
Fergie will perform. Gwen Stefani performed. Even Britney Spears performed with them one time too. This is before the Pussycat Dolls were like an actual group thing. They were like a burlesque. They were known for a burlesque dance group. Like Melody said, they will perform Fever and stuff. It had some of the original members of the Pussycat Dolls that we seen as a girl group. But yeah, a lot of celebrities will pop up, and it was a thing. It was a very popular thing in Cali.
it was
I
the
don't
Viper.
know the Viper Room, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the photographer was
Come on,
Robin
man.
Anton. She created the group in 1995. And
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, and they had like a residency there from like 1995 to 2001.
Mm-hmm.
But like, come on, from the Viper Room to that, bitch, you might as well. I could see them back in the day, like performing at Splash.
Mm-hmm.
Today's
Wait,
know what Splash is.
well, you know who ain't canceling their tour? If anything, people are fighting to go see them. It's Chris Brown and Usher. Chris Brown's new album drops this Friday, and I have to say, I
Does he have
really like his
a full
latest song
song?
featuring Leon Thomas, I believe his name is.
I love Leon Thomas. I want to
His
see him.
song "Fallen." I'm looking forward to Chris Brown's Brown album this Friday. I really am. I've said this before too. Like his earlier stuff, I never ran into or went to listen to or cared for. But lately, like when he drops albums, I'm definitely seated and here for it. So I really like the new song he just dropped, "Fallen," last Friday, which has me excited for his new album coming out this Friday. But do you think? My question for you is, and this was the conversation, do you think in a low key way Drake has slighted Chris Brown because literally the following week, next week, Iceman drops the following Friday. So to me, it's like, damn, you don't even let this guy have, you know, 2 weeks of enjoying his album. Do you think it's a low key shade slight or it's just it is what it is? Everyone's just dropping albums.
I think everyone's just dropping albums. Chris Brown and Drake are not beefing anymore. They made up a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're not beefy anymore, but listen, I love me my
They have a
Scorpio.
song together
I
where
love
they
me my just because people have songs together.
no, but I'm saying like they dropped their beef and they have songs together. But I also feel that Drake wants to be relevant and Iceman, like everything with ice happening, every time you say ice is such a like it pops up and everyone wants to see it. So you naming it Iceman is kind of like convenient.
Mm, I see what
Because
he
I
did.
know it has nothing to do with ICE, like with immigration shit.
Yeah.
But why would you name it that, knowing like the current state of the union and climate and shit? So it's very like I'm trying to be in the way, typical Drake.
What I mean, and the reason why I say slide it possibly because listen, Scorpios could be known for, yeah, we're cool, we moved on, but they still don't forget. And they're those ones that hi Phaedra. So
You're
you know, in a sense,
you're starting something where there's no beef. There is no beef
now
there.
you don't think so? They're gone.
No, and that's how I
They're
could tell you
friends.
won't listen to their music that much.
Now, which album are you looking forward to more, the most?
But Chris Brown and all of them,
No, between Drake and Chris. Well, Chris Brown drops this week. Drake
neither.
drops
I'm
next week.
looking forward to J Balvin's new album.
Oh, is he? Is it come from? Well, I mean, he's been releasing singles. Really, out of all three, out of those other two I mentioned, J Balvin, you looking forward to?
I don't, and I'm sorry to Byronique Barbie, but I'm not really a big, huge Chris Brown fan. I
Mm.
liked him in the
Well, you've
beginning. My
always said
favorite
that.
song was Wall to Wall, but like I never really saw the appeal and like how girls thought he was so fine, like and all that. Even like with his nudes leaked out, I was like, okay, like yeah. But with Drake, I'm sure it'll be like a good song. And if Chris Brown has songs with Leon Thomas, who I really like, then I'm sure his album's gonna be good. I love R&B. I just don't really I'm not like infatuated with Chris Brown.
Listen, one thing you have been consistent with your I wouldn't call it disdain, it's just you don't really care for him. It's that you've said that.
Yeah,
And that's
he's
never
like,
really changed.
yeah, I don't know. He's not all that to me.
Funny for me is it's different. I couldn't stand his little ass, but
Who? Chris
Chris
Brown?
Brown. But the last few years, you know, his music, I'm like, let me check out this album. And usually
I get
I
turned
like
off
it.
by people, especially artists who are more known. And this is how I feel about Justin Bieber. When your personality and the stupid, reckless things you've done infiltrate like your perception and like the shit that people see. Like when I think of Justin Bieber and I think of Chris Brown, I only think about the bad things that they've done or like the issues that they've run into with the law and all this shit. And it's just like, damn, I can't even think of him as an artist. Like,
Mm. When
so it is just
what is it? There's a
irritating.
saying for that too. No, like when I mean, what is it? There's a saying. I've heard like the
In
saying like
Spanish.
when the thing outshines your basically
Yeah, that's why I'm
your
just
actual
like,
artistry.
yeah, they have good songs and shit, but I'm not. I don't really care. Mm.
Yeah.
And also, I've been
Well,
listening to a lot of like old Motown, like Michael Jackson. I will say the movie was, three or two and a half gloves out of five, but I do love the music, and I have been listening to the music a lot more.
what
But
is it? In the last week or so or two, his he surpassed on digital platforms Justin Bieber as the most streamed um
who? Michael Jackson?
artist. Yeah, which is
Of
crazy
course.
to hear because okay, recently Michael Jackson just surpassed Justin Bieber. How did like? Do you hear that? It sounds
I
crazy,
think
but it makes sense
for the moment right
for,
now.
for the digital. Yeah, and we're also talking digital streams,
Yeah.
which makes sense because obviously Michael Jackson wasn't, you know, when he came out, and even prior to the, you know, when he passed, we wasn't. Well, we started getting into the digital area, but we wasn't so much into the streaming era. Where streaming counted so much for album sales, etc. So
Mhm.
you know, but that goes to show his power. Like, even years gone. We're in 2026. Like he's still relevant up
When did he
there,
die?
digital.
2016?
It was
That's
definitely a
new.
June. I will never remember. It was a June. I was at work at Charlotte Roots. It
I
really.
was I don't remember where I was,
Oh,
but
July. It was late June or early July. It had to be one of those two. I remember. Yep.
he died in June 25th, 2009.
Yep. 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 Yep.
What was I gonna say? Not to steer away, but back to music. Did you know that Victoria Beckham, Lady Posh Spice, has a collaboration with Gap?
Yeah, I heard about this. You sent me her music playlist.
Did you? Yeah, I was literally looking at her music playlist. She's a black woman. She is a black woman. Her taste, her music taste, I was like, okay, R&B 90s. I'm gonna run through the list real fast. First song on the list, Faith Hill, Love Like This. That is a bop. R.I.P. Fat Man Scoop. Crush on You, remix, Lil Kim, Lil C's. Erica Badu, On and On. Sade, of course, Your Love is King. Tony Braxton, He Wasn't Man Enough. I love that song. I used to sing that song like I was heartbroken. Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell. That's a classic. At Your Best, You Are Loved, Aaliyah. Hey Mr. DJ from Zane. I
Hey,
get yeah.
on.
What else? Be Your Girl from Tidra Moses. I'm like, oh, okay, girl. You
Yeah,
got
she had a plethora. It's like all the whole list, the whole playlist is literally like R&B. I'm like, what in the black girl heavens is this?
That's why they said that her son Romeo is like he's gorgeous. He's a like gorgeous young man.
He was at the Met Gala.
Was it was him?
Yeah,
Or was
because
it
Cruz,
Cruz?
it wasn't Cruz. Cruz is the singer or band, whatever he's in. Yeah, it's Romeo because she has three boys and a girl, right? They have all four kids together. We know
Yeah.
it's not Brooklyn because Brooklyn's not talking to them. Yeah, it's Romeo. He was just at the Met Gala. Beautiful guy. He's
He
fine.
stole his mom's face.
Yeah, he has his mom's face, but at the same time, he has his dad's face shape.
You think so?
He looks like
He's really
Victoria,
tall.
but the chiseledness is like young David Beckham, not old.
He's only 23. He's a Virgo.
Mm.
Mm.
They have. I did not know. They had Cruz, the youngest son, is Pisces. They have two Pisces boys.
Yeah, February 20th.
Mm-hmm.
He
Two
was born in
Pisces kids.
Madrid. That's so cute. Yeah, yeah,
A lot of
Romeo is
Pisces
my favorite.
energy.
Hmm.
Was their little daughter's sign?
Harper. Harper. Harper 7 is her name. She's mad cute. She's the youngest, not
Yes. No, no. I said youngest boy. Cruz is the youngest
oh
boy. But Harper, yeah, she's a youngest child.
Papa. She doesn't have the accent either, which is weird. Her birthday is it doesn't really say. Oh, July 10th. She's a
Oh, so
Cancer.
they have a cancer. They have a lot of water around them. A lot of water. Mm-mm-mm. An Aries and a Taurus. Well, speaking of family and having kids, and listen, as we've seen and we even reported with Brooklyn Beckham feuding, not talking to both of his parents actually. Um, Lately I've been thinking about a lot of things. Recently my nephews were here visiting me, and where I've been very vocal, I've always been vocal about wanting one child in particular, just one, a kid.
Wait,
I've
I
had
just realized maybe that person felt some type of way because you did an AI picture of you with a kid.
that was like, I'm telling you, that was trending too, and I wanted to see myself with a kid because, but no, I don't know, I don't know if it was that, but nonetheless, I've always wanted to have a kid, but something that I've thought recently, and it's an ongoing thing, but I want to heal me before I bring a child into this world. I think it's very important. I think Listen, healing happens always. We always, we. There's the new trend of I'm healing. Hi, Whitney Rose. But I truly believe that healing is an ongoing job while we are alive. But, however,
It's a journey.
it's a journey. I like that. It's a journey. However, I think you have to be before bringing a child for myself. Speaking for myself, I want to be on a great healing path before welcoming a child into this world. And I'm not knocking anyone who's brought in kids or had kids out of wedlock or too soon or whatever. That's your story. That's your path. That's your destiny if you believe in that. Um,
Mm.
but for me, as someone who's wanted to be always wanted to be a dad, and it's like, I'm a man of a certain age now, and it's like, when is this gonna happen for me? I've also stepped back and thanked the good Lord, where it's like, you know what? Thank you, God, because I'm still healing. I'm still trying to work on things, and I would not want to be a dad now and be in a situation like X, Y, and Z. People I may know that I know have a lot of work to do, or not healed, or have had some fucked up traumas. And I truly believe you could pass that on to your kids. And I wouldn't
Absolutely.
want to pass that on to my kids. What are your thoughts? We both, you know, what is it? Wait. I'm trying to think of what Ray said. Well cooked, not well cooked.
Medium age.
We're medium age millennials, we both don't have kids. So what are your thoughts with this?
So, as my therapist says, you are a work in progress. Everyone is a work in progress. So, as you're, actively healing and, you're working on yourself, there's obviously going to be times where you will revisit a part of your life that's going to bring up traumas that maybe is going to affect another part of your life. I personally am happy right now that I'm happy that I don't have kids at this point in my life because the trajectory of how I wanted my life to be is heading in the direction that I see it. And obviously, there's always an opportunity to have children. It's not something that I close the door to. However, I feel like if I had a kid 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been in the place mentally, physically, emotionally ready and prepared. And that wouldn't be fair to my child. Not to mention, like, I know people say like having a kid is expensive. It's not even about expenses. It's not even that plays a factor, but it's also like if your mental health or like you as a person are not content with yourself, why the hell do you think bringing a kid is going to fix that?
Well, there's been statistics and reports too, as well, that the newer generation, Gen Z, they're not popping out kids. It's not like back in the day of our parents' generations where they were like 40, 50 having kids. Like, it's slowed down. And one
Yeah.
of the attributes of people not having kids like before is how expensive it is, the cost of living of the world. For me, I also think back when I get sad about not having a child of my own yet, is I look back and I'm like, I've traveled,
Mm,
and there's still more of the world I am going to see, but I've traveled. It's easy. I could easily say without being cocky and conceited, I've traveled the world. I I live, and when I say live, is experience things, go out, friends, picnics, things like that. I live, I work, I freely get to do things, and when I've gotten to do some amazing things and live a great life, that I'm sorry that if I had a kid, some of those things wouldn't be as tangible, and I wouldn't be doing as well. Maybe.
it's funny because I was having this conversation with my aunt today, with my aunts, and I was saying how like I really love my life right now, and I don't think I would be able to get to know someone on a dating level and like getting to be romantic with anyone if I had a kid. If I had like, I feel for the mothers and fathers too that are like single parents that are trying to put themselves out there for love and stuff, but also you have this responsibility of having a child. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
So I get that in that sense, but I also told them like I love being able to like pick up and do whatever the fuck I want. That sounds selfish, but at the end of the day, that's something that is tangible for me right now. And also, I think that another factor is that people my age, or even young girls in their 30s, are having more conversations about freezing their eggs,
Mm,
because it's not something that, like, before people used to say, like, oh my God, your biological clock is ticking, you need to hurry up. That's why you shouldn't feel bad, because you could have a kid. Even look at Al Pacino having kids at like fucking pushing 80 years old. Look at
yeah.
Andy Cohen having his first child at 50 years old, or younger than that, I think. But anyway, you're fine. Me, on the other hand, I still have to consider, like, yeah, I got a couple more years and then I have to like hit the ground running. But if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, how would you? With that being said, are you? And listen, this is maybe a premature question because things do change. Mindsets do change with time. Are you fine with like come a certain point not being a parent? I've met women. I worked with women recently that they work in education stuff, but they never were parents, and they women of a certain age that they reconcile like it wasn't meant in my cards, but in a sense this is what I do, and I guess this is the way God blesses me with kids. And sometimes I thought, is that my trajectory? Is this why I do what I do and I'm in the field I'm in? Because maybe and I know you just said I still have time and I still like to
You
think
do.
positive, but
For
w-
me,
w-
when your nephews came and I was hanging out with them, I was like, oh my God, if I was a boy mom and I see my friends that have kids, like, listen, it's not a bias of gender. Like, as long as my child is healthy, I'm happy. But like, there are little pivotal moments where I'm like, damn, I love boys. Like, I want to dress up a boy, or I want to be like the mom that takes a boy to baseball. So like, I'm not closing the door to having a kid, but right now that's not my focus.
yeah, yeah,
Now I will say, wanting to have a kid later, or like in the near future, streamlines the type of person or the type of man I want to date. Because if I'm going to date someone and get, familiar and like spend time with someone, if we don't share the same core values, like if he doesn't want to have a kid, why are we even wasting our time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to date someone and be with someone that also has the same sentiment as me. So,
yeah. Yeah, and I think that's very important too. Going and even at our age, because I was thinking about that too, like dating. Being where I'm at now, being single and on being 40, like dating
yeah,
intentionally. Like one of the things too is because I've been told in the past, like, oh, you're a lover boy, or you get mixed signals, or you're not too thing, or you.
not a lover boy.
I one thing that I feel, and it's been in my head, is something I think about as I'm in the dating world, I guess, but I'm not actively dating.
Yeah.
One thing I will be honest about is I'm not looking for love. And this is, hear me out. When I say I'm not looking, I'm not opposed to love. I'm not pushing it away. I'm not saying like, let's say you and I on a date right now. We decided to go on a date. I'm not saying like, yeah, I'm just going out on dinner dates and stuff. I really don't want nothing serious. That's not true. I'm not opposed to something that materializes naturally. I'm not opposed to. But one thing
Mm,
I'm not is I'm not forcing love. I'm not looking for love. I'm not purposely going out on dates to hope to catch a fish or catch my next person and be in a relationship.
yeah.
I thankfully, thank you, good Lord, thank you, God. And I don't say this in no cocky way because what you have today could be taken away. But I thank the good Lord that I have a roof over my head and I don't feel like I have to date to try to find where I could put my head and sleep over at night because I don't have a place of my own. Like, I am so thankful. I am confident. And I don't mind being alone. And one thing that I look back, I didn't like this before when I was younger. I felt like I was left alone a lot around my adolescence, teenage years when my mom used to go out and stuff.
Mm,
Listen, that prepared me. for now for my adult life, because I am someone that does not mind being alone. And that's a problem with a lot of people out there, is that some people don't know how to be alone. So they feel the need that they have to be in something or be muddled up in something. Not me. I really love my me, myself, and I time. Does it
Well,
get lonely?
I
Yeah,
feel that
a little bit.
one of the best things that you can do for your mental health is spend alone time. And if you don't, if you're running away from your thoughts and your feelings and like your emotions or whatever because you can't stand the silence, that's a problem. That's a big ass problem.
It's not only that. I think a lot of people are also looking for love for the wrong reasons. Again, like I said, some people, and we say this around winter time when it starts getting cold, but some people are just looking for that apartment. Some people are looking for a comfortable place, a comfortable meal because they
You
don't
know what
have a
they
place.
call that? A hobosexual.
Some people, again, like you said, they can't. They It's too loud for them. They can't muster being alone.
Yeah.
Listen.
One thing that I'm trying that actually is working a lot better for me in the sense of dating is doing a slow burn. I never have had like an actual slow burn in like dating someone, and it is so authentic and organic to like get to know someone in a slow pace and not everything rush,
Mhm.
everything like always talking all the time, always having to be up each other's ass, always on FaceTime, shit like that. Listen, I like a happy medium, but I also am the type of person that I need to disconnect and I need to like be able to have my own time and space, because if it's too much where we're like constantly talking on the phone and then like when we're together, what the fuck are we going to talk about? And
Mm,
it also
mhm.
takes away the like, I don't know, the excitement of wanting to see each other or even planning to see each other when you get so comfortable just being over the phone and talking casually. So a slow burn is something that I have been encouraged, and that's what I'm doing. And I can't say that it's bad. I highly recommend it.
For me, like I'm just having my fun. Like I hang out with people when I hang out. Um, Again, sometimes people must be like, he is such a player. He lives alone. He must be like
You remember the song
about it.
from the Playboy? Come, welcome to my house, to my house. I'm
Um,
gonna do.
they must think I'm like having fuck sessions and stuff every day. Meanwhile, it's
He's cozied up watching Gremlins with his dog.
cozied up with my dog, with my snacks, with my drink and my blunt. Like,
With Nutella
like
ice cream.
listen, yeah, with my Nutella ice cream, yeah, comfortable as fuck, comfortable in my skin. Okay, with
Cozy.
that being said, it is time for our nope not today. Before we go, Melanie, what is your nope not today?
My nope not today is the interviewers and lack thereof, journalists that are being given the permission to have a mic and a camera and go on to events like the Met Gala and do nonsense. Gabrielle Union was being interviewed. The camera panned out and went to a different celebrity, to Troye Sivan. And like the same person was asking Troye Sivan, shouting questions to Troy to get his attention, while Gabrielle Union was answering a question. You guys have no decorum. You guys are amateurs. Give me the mic and I will ask the questions. Not today.
Whew. Well, excuse me. My nope not today is for people, their birthdays and their photos. Now, hear me out when I say this. Going forward, my people, I'm gonna need you to start sending your pictures. If you want me to upload on and put you on a story or shout out for your birthday, please a month before your birthday or so, please send your approved photos that you like, that you think you look good in, etc., etc., to me so I could upload those pictures. Because nope, not today. I'm not dealing with people that are gonna tell me, "Oh, why did you choose that wrong picture of me? Why did you choose that?" First of all, you should be thankful that I'm even uploading, taking my time, and energy for a minute to even write a little message and choose a picture and upload you. Now, listen up. Going forward, I will no longer, I will need, send in your pictures because I will no longer be picking pictures for you. And if you relate to this, lace that motherfucking boot and march on, bitch. That is my nope, not today. Yep. Over it.
That is
Over it.
crazy. I don't even like people posting me on a story for my birthday. You could send me a nice, lovely text message. That's it.
Yep, that's my nope, not today. Going forward, if I post you or if you want a certain picture, send it in, and please send it in not the day before, not the day of. I need it weeks before. Be like, this is what I want you to put up. These other pictures I want you to put up,
But here's
and then
my
I'll
thing.
save it.
First of all, that's doing way too much. You're overextending yourself, which you shouldn't. Secondly, if that's the case, if you posted a picture, and there have been times where you've posted a picture I didn't really like, but I'm a very harsh critic on myself, I just would not repost it. It's not that hard. You could just say thank you so much. Thank you for the sentiment. Like what is the tea, honeybee? That's crazy.
It's a world today, different world. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Inner Circle Podcast. Again, if you haven't catch our special, the Inner Circle Presents Keep It a Shredded, it is exclusively on YouTube. Go check that out. Check us out next week. Our new episodes, same place, same time, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Remember to follow, like, subscribe, share, and we will see you guys next week. Adios.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle Podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m.